Hey, welcome to John's Guitar Lab. This week we're doing a tune called Blue Velvet. Popular version, I think, was recorded, I want to say in the 60s, maybe 70s, by Bobby Vinton. The first recording that I'm familiar with was by Tony Bennett. I believe it was in 1950 or 51. But the most popular one, or the one that hit number one, would have been the Bobby Vinton one, and that's the one we're going to do. I'm going to play it through, and then we're going to, as always, take it apart and do the little tricks that we do with the chords. Okay, again, we're in the key of C. Somebody asked, why is everything in the key of C? Right now, what we're interested in, or what I'm trying to get across, number one, with the key of C, it's a little bit simpler for knowing, the different chords that fit within that key. With the key of C, it's a little bit simpler. And I want you to develop with the ear to hear the subtle changes in some of the chord things. Like how sometimes I'll do something and, and I'll bring it out and say, yeah, only like this, what we'll be doing in this tune. Or those little subtleties. Once you're a bit comfortable hearing that, then we could go on and change the keys. And I will do a couple of the tunes down the road a bit in some different keys. Anyway, enough said. Let's jump right into Blue Velvet, 2-bar introduction. We're going to do the G7 chord for 4 beats, then we're going to just strum the C chord once, let it ring out, and go into the tune. Okay? 2, 3, 4. Ba, do, 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 do. Okay, that's the tune. I sort of try to, I can't really sing this tune because my voice is just terrific. Any event, going back to the beginning, okay, with the introduction, we did 4 G7s, then we let the C ring for 3, she, wore, then the C, 2, 3, 4. Now it's this E minor for 2 beats, and then the 3rd fret here, you see? We talked about this before, but let me do it again. It's the F chord. You see what I'm doing there? We're getting a good shot of this, right? Okay. If you move this down the fingerboard 2 frets, it's the F position, 2 frets, then we add the pinky on the 2nd string, 5th fret. That's all we're doing, okay? This is also an E minor chord. So what we're doing here is I'm going from this E minor once, then we're going back 1 fret or a half step, and up to the D minor chord. All right, again, as you see up there, we'll go from the top. I'm going to start on the 3rd bar. In other words, I'm not doing the introduction right now. So 2, 3, ba, ba, E minor, 2, ba, da, 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 da. Now from the C we do ba, da, 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 da. Now this turnaround is C, A7, D minor. Okay, now we're going to repeat that sequence pretty much. We're going to repeat it again for the second part of the tune. Now it goes to G minor here. If you can bar it, that's terrific. If you can't, and you could just play, you see what I'm doing right here? I have my first finger going across the 3 top strings, or in other words, the 1st, 2nd, 3rd string. I'm just using the bar, and you could play the 4th string D, you could play that opened. So ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da. Now to the G minor, da-dum. And the F minor. You see, I'm just stopping right there, okay? Dun, dun. Then it's the C chord, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, C7 to bring us into the F. Da, 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 da. Now here we go to this E minor, da, 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 2, da, 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 da. Okay, that's what's happening there. Where we are, in other words, bar 21, as you see up there, it's E minor 2, E flat minor 2, D minor 2, G7 2. All right. The rest of the tune is pretty much straight ahead, as you know, with the chords that are in it. Just follow those chords. The fingerings are the same for the chords throughout. Now, let's talk about a little tidbit that we might want to use in here. We're going to jump down to where you see the C chord, and you'll see that the C is on bar 21. It's 4 beats. Then you'll see on bar 22, it's C for 2 beats and C7 for 2 beats. Now, here's something we can do going into that from the F, dun, 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 dun. F minor, 2, 3, 4, there's the C, C7. What we're going to do instead is right after that F minor, starting on bar 21, we can do what we call a C major 7th. All the C major 7th is, and again, bar 21 is we're lifting this finger off. All right. Now, what we're doing is we want to get this sound. Do you hear that subtle sound? So as soon as we come off of, starting from bar, well, let's start from the bridge, okay? Where is the F chord, bar 19. C chord, 2, 3, 4, C, C major, 7, C7. You see what I'm doing there? So again, from bar 19 F to F minor, that's bar 20, bar 21 C chord, 4 C's, 4, 1, 2, C major, 7, C7. So on bar 22, we're playing the C chord for 2 beats, and then we're going to do C major 7th for 1 beat, C 7th for 1 beat before we go back to the F chord. All right, so what we want is to get this subtle sound in there. Again, from the bridge, I'm at bar 19. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da. Now to the E minor. And we just finish out the tune. All right, just again, these are just subtle things. We want to get this to pay attention, you know, and hopefully little by little it starts to sink in. This isn't an overnight thing where you say, oh yeah, man, I hear it right away. That's why we're taking little tidbits on these chords and saying, hey man, this is something that you could do so to make the tune a little bit prettier. Okay? Hope you enjoyed this. As always, if there's any questions, down below. Okay? Thumbs up, subscribe, the whole 9 yards. Next week, we're going to do a nice holiday tune. Take care and enjoy your day. And oh, hope everybody had a nice Thanksgiving.